You're tuning into Black and White Sports on YouTube. The no-holds-barred truth on sports. The main event starts now.
All right, Black and White Sports supporters. Well, I wonder sometimes, is there a prereq in order to be in the WNBA that you have to come across as just being unlikable? Is this something that you have to go through before you enter the league? And how in the world did Caitlin Clark dodge this component in order to be a player in this league? We have seen some of the worst egos, jealousy, pettiness, etc. coming from a whole bunch of players towards Caitlin Clark and towards her fans and the new viewers, which we are finding out now. The Caitlin Clark viewership is where the views are coming from, where the ratings are coming from. And one of the most egregious offenders of said bad attitude and hate is one DiJonai Carrington. That's right, DiJonai Carrington, who plays for the Connecticut Sun. And so she decided to come out and I guess put more worth on her game last night than I think she understands is actually out there. Just because you can sell out a game on a local level, look, the Las Vegas Aces sell out games all the time. Now, it's somewhat fraudulent because they're selling out games, for example, in a 10,000 and something seat arena, versus the Indiana Fever routinely getting 17, 18, 19, and in some cases proven that you can draw over 20,000. You know, they're selling out games, but the Las Vegas Aces games aren't all on national television, right? Well, DiJonai Carrington is calling out the WNBA because the Connecticut Sun game was not on, for example, ION, NBA TV, ESPN, CBS, or ABC. You think during the week they're going to put your game on ESPN or on CBS or on ABC? Is Caitlin Clark playing in said game? Because that's the only reason I could see that happening. Before we get to her comments, I want you to have some context. All right? On ION last Friday, the Connecticut Suns and Dallas Wings game drew less than 500,000 viewers. Less than 500,000 viewers, folks. Seriously. The Mercury Fever game drew 1.22 million. I mean, really? 700,000 more people watched Caitlin Clark play than DiJonai Carrington. And DiJonai's wondering why this game wasn't on TV because they sold out an arena. All right. By the way, she would get destroyed for this. DiJonai Carrington called out the league for not sufficiently promoting the first WNBA game ever at TD Garden. That does not move my needle one bit. Not in the slightest. I mean, seriously? You think that moves somebody's needle, that your game was sold out? The game should have been on national television broadcast. You shouldn't have to pay for any type of subscription to see a game that's this historic. This historic. Was Larry Bird playing in this game? Was one of the Celtics playing in this game? What is so historic about this? DiJonai Carrington on the first WNBA game ever played at TD Garden not being on national television. This is also what she said. Since we got to do our own promo, we're playing at the TD Garden tonight, and it's sold out 19,000 plus. It's the first W game here ever. Historic. Really? Not on TV, but you can catch it right here on Twitter at WNBA, and you can see 1.8 million views is what her post got. And so, look, I will give fans credit. They are not letting this kind of crap slide. I mean, seriously, they're not letting this kind of thing slide anymore. The only games that I could find that actually drew an audience involving the Connecticut Sun had you-know-who playing in it, including this disaster from DiJonai where she ruthlessly mocked Caitlin Clark. Look, right here, right there, acting like an idiot, mocking a foul. And yeah, she fouled Caitlin Clark, and one actually got called, believe it or not. And that's a problem for these people. All right? So let's look at the fans' response. Because they did not, look, the fans did not let this go unanswered at all. And a lot of them pointed out the obvious, right? Is Caitlin Clark playing in this game? Question mark. Stop crying. I mean, come on. What's going on here? I mean, they should have probably played in the TD Gardens against the Fever. I mean, absolutely. The first game of Caitlin Clark's career, I believe, was the opening game against the Sun, and it was the first opening sellout they had ever had in the history of their franchise to start a season. Think about that. And they've been around a long time. Seriously, if you actually watch that game, it makes sense why they didn't promote it. Neither team cracked 70 points. Man, that weak-ass game was full of turnovers, laugh out loud. No one wants to watch that shit. It's trash. I mean, she got crushed. Seriously. I mean, it's nuts. She is hurting herself in the league. Absolutely. This league is very unprofessional. That is something that a lot of fans that have come into this league, that have been following the college game for a long time and haven't been watching this league, like myself, that's one of the first things we all noticed was, how unprofessional is this league exactly? I mean, what's going on here? I thought the NBA made bad decisions. But, wow. Man, they look like a perfect organization for basketball compared to the WNBA. It was on X. The whole game was beautifully for free. Is Caitlin Clark or Angel Reese going to be there? If not, it does not matter. Keeping it real. Bitch, we never heard of sit back and let someone at Caitlin Clark run this shit now. Just sit back. Let Caitlin handle it. Seriously. Nobody cares about that. Clark is the draw for the most part. That's not a lie. That's not a lie. How about this one? They'll never be able to grow this league because now after the jealous treatment of Caitlin Clark, they'll never recover to get corporate and product endorsements, shoe contracts, clothing brands, and television exposure. The women now are perceived as abusive and jealous. Even at that, this league is getting some reward, but some of these individual players will not get some of the branding and product endorsements because of how they've acted. It's made them look bad. Historic, a game against a last place team with the over-under of a JV girls game. Sorry, DJ, you'll never be Caitlin Clark. I mean, what? Promote to who exactly? She hates Cece and hates us Cece fans, so none of us are watching. The haters who complain about Cece don't actually watch games or like basketball. So who was gonna watch? It's a great point. I mean, honestly, it is a great point. I mean, Jesus, y'all were lucky more people didn't see it. It was a crap game. Boring. Same old WNBA. That's what's so historic about the TD Garden? I mean, yikes. Wrong answer. It was not that. This was not received the way DiJonai Carrington thought it was going to be received. Last Friday, think about it. Last Friday, the Suns and the Connecticut Sun and another last place or close to last place WNBA team, Dallas Wings, could not draw 500,000 viewers. Nobody missed anything. Nobody was watching. Nobody was tuning in for this because they had 19,000. Dude, it was something locally that people got into. End of story. That's got no national draw whatsoever. Zero. And if you got League Pass because you want to make sure you catch all of Cece's games, I could have turned it on and watched it last night. Nah, I don't think so. Yeah, shit. I believe in Joe Hendry. I was watching that shit. Tell me what you think. Peace. I'm out. Till next time.
Thanks for watching the show. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Be sure to tune in next time on Black and White Sports.